My correct and wonderful people, Olori Mariam's mother has Stórm Palace with tears in her eyes as she came to beg Kabiesi to save Olori Mariam. My correct and wonderful people, drama they saw for inside Kabiesi's palace. Miriam is the one about to commit suicide. Hey, when I hear this one, my correct people, I said the almighty Miriam is set to commit suicide. What really happened? Because this news, it get as it be. But may una carry una better approach here, consider well. Make I yarn una better tori over wetin we heard that happened. That Lily made Olori Miriam to start contemplating suicide. My correct people, Queennaomi God is not just an ordinary God. He is a great God because he has decided to vindicate Mommy Tedenekawo and put her enemies in shame. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do not forget to hit on the subscription button and at the same time hit on the notification bell to always get updates from us about wetin dey shele for inside palace. My correct and wonderful people, in the early hours of today, Olori Mariam was pushed out of the palace by Ile-Ife traditional elders as a whole. They joined hands with Kabiesi to bounce Olori Mariam comot for palace. Miriam thought that it was a joke on the first time that they asked her to leave. She refused to pack out. She did not agree that she's going to leave palace because they learned that Miriam broke into the royal manor, destroyed the chains that Kabiesi and queennaomi take lock up the whole place, come break into the royal manor, thinking that Kabiesi will allow her to stay in there if Kabiesi returns. But when Kabiesi returns back and finds out that Miriam has successfully break into the royal manor, Kabiesi got angry with Miriam and asked her to vacate. Miriam said Lalayo, she no go vacate, say the palace is her husband's place, anywhere she likes she will stay, that queennaomi cannot stay outside the palace and lock up the royal manor. But Kabiesi made it crystal clear to all of them that queennaomi's mansion is that royal manor. You guys have pushed her away from her own apartment. Allow her to stay in the royal manor. Olori Miriam refused. That was what prompted the Ile-Ife elders to join hands with their king and throw her out of the palace. They said Miriam cannot stay in the palace and be challenging Kabiesi. Now Kabiesi is a deity and a king, so why would Miriam challenge her husband? They got really angry with her and pushed her out, with her properties outside the palace gate as they lock up the whole place and told the securities never to allow Miriam enter. Miriam thought it was a joke. She tried to force her way in. They refused. My correct people, una couldn't believe what happened. Miriam ran to Epira instead of going to the elders because she knew that this time around, the elders will not support her. She started running to her mother that she abandoned for the past 1 year. With the children she betted for Baba Nasiru, she abandoned them in Epira. She doesn't visit. She doesn't send money for upkeep. It is only Baba Nasiru that has been taking care of Miriam's mother and the children. But after engaging in a serious kasala with the Ile-Ife traditional elders, she ran back to Epira. When Olori Mariam's mother saw her, she was happy. Una know say women, they love their children more than anything. Even though their children keep breaking their hearts, that love will never be depreciated in their life. They will keep loving their daughter and sons even if they are hurting them. So for Miriam to return back in tears back to her mother's house, she was crying. When her mother inquired what went wrong, Miriam started narrating the whole incident. The shocking part be say she no tell her mama the truth. She lied. That the reason she has returned back is that Kabiesi has pushed her out of the palace. Her mother tried to know the reason why Kabiesi pushed her. She said it is because of one woman, queennaomi, a husband snatcher, a pretender, and a cheat. Now so the woman come dey surprised. That's why will Kabiesi push her daughter away because of a woman. We heard that Miriam was crying inconsolably and it touched her mother. Miriam's mother had to dress up to Stórm Palace. She was pleading and begging Kabiesi not to send Miriam away, to accept Olori Mariam back, that if Miriam did not return back, that she has threatened to commit suicide and leave her children. When Kabiesi heard this one, Kabiesi was speechless. That's why when Miriam said such, the woman said that Miriam said she doesn't want to leave palace, that if Kabiesi successfully throw her out of the palace, that she will commit suicide, and that is the reason why she is here, to plead Kabiesi not to send her daughter away. Miriam mother come dey beg now, make Miriam no go commit suicide, come leave children for am to train. That is why she came. No be say she like wetin Miriam bin dey do, but she came to plead on behalf of her daughter for Kabiesi to accept her back. Which we heard that Kabiesi told her, I am not the reason why Miriam is out. You better go and ask your daughter why she is out of the palace. Ask her what she did. Now that time where we hear say Ile-Ife elders began to tell Olori Mariam's mother what Miriam has been committing in this palace. Una know wetin dey sweet me. Miriam's mother did not support her. Some said that her mother would have supported her. Is it to support her for the evil wey she been dey commit? Na wetin I dey ask. For a mother, an old woman, to support Miriam for these atrocities where Miriam been dey commit up and down in the palace. Her mother said no. What Miriam is doing is totally wrong. That she will go back to talk to Olori Mariam. She was begging Kabiesi, kneeling down, that Kabiesi should reconsider her daughter. That her daughter is threatening to commit suicide if Kabiesi doesn't take her back. My correct people, una don see say Kabiesi dey for critical position. But one thing is certain, Kabiesi told Olori Mariam's mother that he has already made a decision that Miriam should vacate the palace. That Miriam has been blocking the same queennaomi she told you that is the cause of her problem in the palace from coming back. Now that time they come and tell Olori Mariam's mother that queennaomi was already in the palace before Miriam came. But Miriam has refused to respect, Miriam has refused to obey, Miriam has refused to abide by the rules of this palace. So you see that her marriage with Kabiesi is not working, but she has refused to vacate. That you don't tell where Kabiesi been the beg and to carry her properties and leave palace. That he, Kabiesi, will settle her well, but still, Miriam keeps lying and lying. My correct and wonderful people, I beg you, make I greet una first before we carry this our apropos dey go. Good morning, afternoon, evening to you all according to your time and the time wey una take dey see this video. Yeah, welcome back to Texas TV, and we are still on the gist about wetin dey shele for inside palace. My correct and wonderful people, Olori Mariam has refused to accept defeat. She has refused to beg queennaomi for forgiveness. She has refused to leave the royal manor for Mami Tadenekau. She has refused to leave the crown of Ile-Ife people for queennaomi. She has refused to leave the lower title of the Ile-Ife people for the same Mami Tadenekau. Upon all the seers wey dey visit palace, the Ile-Ife priests, the oduduwa sacred shrines, the seers in those places has Stórm Palace to tell her that the position of a queen of Ile-Ife people is not for you. You better back now for Queen Naomi to take her position, that she is the real queen of Ile-Ife people. But Miriam doesn't want to heed to advice. Now she is being disgraced up and down for inside and out of the palace. Why? Because of her envy. Yes, she been the envy Mommy Tedinekawo for anything wey Queen Naomi commit. Anything wey Queen Naomi do, na so Olori Mariam go dey envy Mommy Tedinekawo. And now she has caused herself to vacate the palace. She is now crying up and down from pillar to post. She has run to Oba Elegushi's place. We heard that Oba Elegushi pushed her out of his palace. She packed her properties behind the palace gate so she no carry am comot. She ran back to other people wey dey very close to Kabiesi. They also rejected to help her because they knew that Miriam is not a good person. Now Miriam no fit run anywhere again. He start to dey run back to her mama. If she run to the elders of Ebira, they will turn their back on her because they have already told her to go back to Kabiesi and settle and stay under your husband and take others, which she doesn't want to do. She wants to be the one in charge. She wants to be the one controlling everyone in that palace. But Kabiesi has said no. When Naomi is the head. So after that, she had to run back to her place and told her mom that it was all Queen Naomi's fault. Now, Miriam's mother has Stórm Palace, pleading and begging Kabiesi to temper justice with mercy. That if he did not allow Miriam back, that Miriam will commit suicide. That Miriam is threatening to buy herself if Kabiesi did not accept her back. So her mother is in the palace begging for Kabiesi to forgive Miriam. My correct and wonderful people, now the aproko wey we carry come una domot be this. I beg all my wonderful people, may una gather well, may una gather well, may una chook mouth for this aproko. Drop your comments, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned, stay connected.